What's going on, Grizz Nation? I am so excited because this is the first regular season Grizz Game Day update. I'm Kelcey. This is Mike Wallace, and we have got our home opener today against the Cavaliers here at FedEx Forum. Mike, are you excited?
I'm absolutely excited. I wish the game started at noon. I wish it started at 2 o'clock. It's going to be hard to wait all the way till 7 with everything that's going on around here. We got a lot of things going on pregame, halftime, throughout the game. And at the end of the day, it's all about these guys getting on the court with a meaningful game in front of them. And it's going to be an exciting game because I think both of these teams have a lot to prove this season. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. We always start with our injury updates. This one's pretty short though, thank goodness. Usually, we have a long list, unfortunately. Today it's just Dylan Brooks who's out for the Grizzlies, and then there's another Dylan is out for the Cavaliers, and then obviously Dean Wade, he's still doubtful for today. But let's get past who's not playing and talk about who is playing in the season opener today for the Grizzlies and the Cavs. I think one of the biggest, most anticipated matchups is going to be Ja Morant Ja Morant in the point guard position. Ja Morant and either, they call him Sexland, right? Either Darius Garland or Colin Sexton. So I think that's going to be kind of the one matchup that people are going to look at, right?
Right. That's obviously where you're looking at this game in terms of, the impactful guys. You're talking about three guys between Ja, Colin, and Darius that were all taken in the lottery, right? Within the last 3 years. So, these are three lottery lead guards in this league, and it's going to be an exciting brand because they all like to get up and down. All three of those guys are capable of going for 25 on you or 30 if they really get it going offensively. So it's going to be a really, really big pace game. And teams are going to have to get back in transition. But that's a matchup where, again, Ja considers himself a top 5 point guard in this league, and he's gunning for top 3 this year. So if he's going to do that, then I think he needs to take care of business tonight. It's a one-on-one matchup, but it's also a team concept too. So I'm excited about, those two things. I'm also excited about the veterans that are sprinkled in too, Kelcey, and I wanted to ask you about that. When you look at some of the veterans that can have an impact in this game, you look in the front court, the back court is intriguing. But in the front court, with Steven Adams making his debut, and then you look on the other side, Kevin Love is still there in Cleveland. Obviously, Jared Allen is up there too. They got some big bodies, and Evan Mobley. You know what I mean? So this is going to be intriguing on both ends of the court.
Yeah, I think what people see from the outside is the point guard position matchup. I think what's going to be more interesting, really, is Jaren and Steven Adams taking on Evan Mobley, who we haven't seen a lot of, obviously. And Jared Allen. I think those 2 or those 4 guys going head to head is going to be a huge deal. And I think that is going to come down to what I think is going to be most important in this game is rebounding. I think it's going to be these 4 guys who's going to be able to win that rebounding battle tonight and get those second chance opportunities. If you look at just the preseason, and I know it's a small sample size in this preseason, but the Cavs were bottom 3 in rebounding in the league, where the Grizz were top 3. And I think that's going to be a battle that if the Grizzlies win tonight, they're going to set themselves up to be successful.
And when you talk about rebounding, that means getting one-shot stop opportunities. Like, don't give Cleveland multiple opportunities on the offensive glass, because if you get that stop, then you can elevate your transition game as well. And what you want to do, and what we've known about rebounding is just basically the start of the offense for the Grizzlies. Whoever rebounds the ball has the license to take it coast to coast and set up the offense. It doesn't matter if it's Steven Adams or if it's Ja Morant. And that's part of what Taylor Jenkins talks about in terms of being flexible in terms of his transition offense. So that's going to keep the Grizzlies in that pace that they want to get to. And if you're in transition, Kelcey, that means you're getting to the three-point line, but you're also able to open up lanes to get to the rim. And there's no team better at getting to the rim than the Grizzlies, who were tops in the league in paint points last season.
Yeah. And again, we look at paint points, and I'm talking about the preseason like this is the end all be all, but it's just the sample we have right now. Points in the paint, the Grizzlies were number 5 in the league, where they're going against the Cavs, who are number 19. Even more of a difference is the fast break points. Grizzlies top 3 in this preseason, Cavs 22. So that's, bottom 10, bottom 5 of the league. So I think if the Grizzlies play to what they are good at, it's going to be a huge difference in the way the Cavs play, the way the Grizzlies play. And then if the Grizzlies can maintain their pace, I think we're looking at a solid performance tonight.
I think so too. And you can't overlook some of the other storylines there. Obviously, this is the return game for JB Bickerstaff, former Grizzlies coach, coming back in to take on the coaching staff that replaced him. And JB was beloved here in Memphis in his short time as the coach there. But it was one of those situations where when the Grizzlies made that decision to move on and brought in Taylor Jenkins, Jenkins has proven over these 3 seasons that this system works. This front office knew what it was doing, and the future is bright for the Memphis Grizzlies. So there are all kind of storylines going throughout this game. If there's one thing beyond the matchups that we talked about that you're most excited about, looking forward to tonight, what would it be for you?
I think it is getting back, having the fans back, getting everyone in their Beale Street Blue t-shirts. Neither of us are wearing Beale Street Blue right now, but those first 10,000 fans are getting those. There's going to be some really great performances before, during, after halftime, all of that stuff. I'm just excited for the whole atmosphere. We talked to the guys after practice yesterday, and they are just so excited to have fans back and get the season started as well. So I think just the vibes are going to be so good in FedEx Forum today.
And I agree with you 100%. I talked to Desmond Bane, the other DB, after shooting around, and saw some of his comments about, this is the first time that he's had a season opener in a traditional format, because last season it was the pandemic. So him being able to come into a season opener at home and feel the energy in the building. These players are looking forward to the fans' interaction as much as the fans are looking forward to what's going to happen with the players on the court. So that's a symbiotic relationship, man. Grind City is ready to rock. The t-shirts are going to be fresh. Project Pat is performing at halftime. So get all, it's a lot to get ready for. I'm hyped. I'm ready to go right now.
All right. Unfortunately, we are not ready to go right now. The game tips off at 7 o'clock. So there's a little time to wait. You can watch that game on Valley Sports Southeast, or you can listen on the radio, 92.9 ESPN, and then also make sure that you are following along all of the Grizzlies social channels from the pregame to halftime to postgame. And then, of course, if you're trying to come in person, tickets are on sale at 901-888-HOOP. And we're so excited. We'll see everyone around and about. FedEx Forum has fans.